So here we go. Wallhead, the younger man, but the more experienced man, with a 24 wins against 14 wins record, and he is equal across submissions and knockouts. So the more rounded fighter as well. And now let's go to our MC, Mike Markham, for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen watching around the world, welcome to the United Kingdom at BAMMA 14. We are set for the opening bout of the evening, presented by People's Power and Gas. The following bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the BAMMA Welterweight division. Introducing first, the man standing to my right and fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 168 3/4 pounds. He is a grappling specialist. His record, 14 victories, opposite 8 defeats, fighting out of Paris, France. Florent Betorangal. His opponent stands across the cage to my left and fights out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 169 1/4 pounds. He is a mixed martial artist. His professional record, 24 victories, opposite 8 defeats, fighting out of Loughborough, England, Judo Wallhead. Your referee, Mark Goddard.
Gentlemen, this time the rules are fighting in that. This to beat all times, keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch, do it now. Let's do this.
So Frank, all the talk at BAMMA 13 was the controversial loss that Judo Jim Wallhead suffered. He's out for revenge here. He said he will be a lot busier in this fight.
He's got to be busy early. I talked to him in the bar, actually, at the hotel after the last fight. I said the problem is that you were not aggressive from the very beginning, and you got to be. You got to get out there right away and get after him. Make him respect your power, make him respect your hands, and you have a shot the next time you fight. And this is before I knew that he was fighting Florent.
But even when they were waiting there for the announcements, he was on his toes, he was moving. You could see he really just wanted to get this fight underway.
He had a long win streak. He had like 7, 8 fights in a row that he was winning, and all of a sudden he went on like a 2 or 3 fight losing streak. He's up and down a little bit. He's been back and forth. He just really hasn't found his rhythm since that win streak. He's got to find his rhythm back in again. He's got a shot. He's got a very loving girlfriend that pushes him all the time to be better, kicks him out of bed, and makes him want to be the better guy. And to be honest with you, Jimmy can make the next step to be one of those top guys everyone's kind of talking about. If he can put everything together at one time during the fight, he has to do that here tonight, because he's an amazing guy out of France. He's really a tough kid. But Jimmy's got to establish that power and that strength right away.
Yes, and as you can see, Florent definitely the taller man at the weight, and it's all stand-up at the moment. And Frank, BAMMA really has been a happy hunting ground for Jim here, apart from BAMMA 13. And as I said, everybody keeps reminding us that you fought him as well, so you probably know him as well as anyone.
Well, plus two, he's a sweet kid. So we talked afterwards, we talked before, like we didn't hate each other, we were just, it was business. We were friends. Unfortunately, we live in different countries, so it's tough for us to see each other all the time. And I really only see him when he's competing now, so we can't hang out at all. But he's just one of those guys that I really enjoy, and he's a true fighter. Like, he's a guy that fights. Everything he does, he fights. He fights for his family every day. He gets up and he competes all the time with everything he does. And he wants to prove that he's okay. Oh, he's hurt. That kick hurt him.
And there's the big right hand as well, Frank. He's ducking and diving under them, but big right hand to the knee. Suddenly, Florent Betorangal flew forward. And suddenly Jim was under pressure there. It all started with a big right, then the knees as well. You said he was a dangerous opponent.
He's very explosive, he's very quick. And like I said, he's difficult to train for because look, his hands are low, but you can't hit him in the head. He throws these huge, powerful kicks, these huge, powerful hands from waist high, and they connect most of the time. He has really good accuracy with all of his punching power. The problem is that you can't ever train for a guy like that because there's no one in the gym that mimics his style.
Well, he's certainly given Judo Jim something to think about early in this opening round. Jim getting back behind the low kick now. but I feel he's at the ideal range at the moment for Florent.
He's sitting right in Florent's pocket because he's a little bit taller. He's just outside his own range. He thinks he's safe. He needs to take another quarter step back and be all the way out Florent's position. But then his position's like that where he's outside, but then Florent runs into his jab. So the confidence problem is, hey, I'm hitting him, so why do I need to move back a little bit? Well, because he's hitting you more than you're hitting him. And he's hitting you with power shot.
Nice head movement from Wallhead there, but a little shovel hook to the midsection. And it's been a lively and confident start from Florent. And yet, as you can hear here, Frank, a huge crowd favourite at BAMMA. There was huge support as he made his way to the cage.
Yeah, Jimmy is
for Judo Jim.
Judo Jim is a big fan favorite here at BAMMA.
Oh, big right hand from him as well, over the top of the taller opponent.
And now you see exactly how Florent's going to react. And the next time you do that, you know how he's going to react. You hit him with a heavy shot, he's coming right back at you. You give him one, he wants to give one back. So now you know, the next time, Jimmy's got to realize this, his corner's got to tell him, the next time you hit him hard, he's coming right back at you. Nice double leg, can he finish? Good position change, right to side. Good job for Jimmy, he comes right through, he gets full takedown and pass. Can he keep it, what can he do with it?
Well, you heard the crowd response when Frank said, can he finish? You heard what happened, the crowd roared there, and they hit the ground for the first time. And it was a real calculated decision as well, wasn't it, Frank?
Yeah, very calculated. He went after it right away, but he didn't do a very good job of holding him down. He let him back out of him again. I think Jimmy, you know, he won that takedown battle, but he let him get himself back up again. Now he's against the cage. The judges are starting to, where is this going? You always got to think about the judges in this position.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Where is this going? Because early, I thought Florent was explosive. He was doing the right thing. Then Jim got the takedown. But how does that pan out over a whole round?
It depends on how they give it, where they're going to give ring, you know, who controls the ring, who controls the aggressive behavior, who's got the more effective striking, who has the more effective defense. They start going down the list, and you have to make a decision. Right now, Jimmy's biggest thing is, if I want to win this round, get off the cage. If Florent wants to win this round, stay on the cage, keep him leaned up against it.
Yes, he had that early success as well, where we thought he might have just rocked Jimmy. He recovered well if he was, and I'm only saying if he was, and we had the takedown, but overall, could you make a case for Betorangal taking this first round on the control?
I can so far, yes, I can, because at the very end, this is what we see.
So Frank, having a look at them both now, what would you say if you're in Judo Jim's corner?
Okay, you hit him once hard and heavy, he's going to come right back after you. Here he comes, you come over the top, he's going to attack you. As soon as he feels like you're hurt, he's always going to attack. So don't just look to reach and grab. Cover up, move your head, and strike as you're moving your head though. He's in a perfect position to hit him to the body. He's moving his head, and he didn't do that in that position. Now, see, he comes over the top of that big right hand. Here he comes. You gave him one, he wants to give one back. Realize that's what he's going to do to you the next time you fight. If I'm in Florent's corner, every time Jimmy hits you, he covers up, he backs away. So realize that when you hit him and you attack heavy and hard, you're going to have to chase him down. He's going to shoot on you at some point. These big takedowns, you got to keep your feet moving, otherwise you end up on your back like this every single round. And these takedowns can cost you the round if they happen late in the 5 minutes.
So we're ready here for the second round. It's close. We feel Florent taking that first round, but it's still delicately balanced, isn't it?
Very close. It could be either way. And remember, I thought that Jimmy got screwed against Eddie Elliott, but it was like, this is what it was. And so don't go off of what I say, what I think. It's my opinion that Florent won that first round, but Jimmy could have won it just as easily.
And now they're standing trading, and Florent has got the bit between his teeth. He's really pushing forward. And then the takedown, you can hear the crowd's response. And was that the right move from Jimmy after that assault?
Absolutely. He got hit a couple times. He was losing the exchange. He got in a position where Florent planted his feet, was trying to throw heavy leather. Perfect time to take a guy down is when he's punching at your head. So you get underneath him, take him down, get the half guard as quick as you can, full side if you can, and start raining down some blows of your own. Plus, now you control the pace and slow everything down. Well,
that's what I was going to say, because he didn't have much time in this first round, but his takedown is early in this second. So now we can start looking at that control and him starting to dominate here.
He has almost 4 minutes, about over 4 minutes by the time to sit there and play with it. If he keeps him down here the entire time. But Ron right now is doing a good job of defending himself, tying up that arm so he can't get hit. Like I've said in previous fights, anytime you've ever heard me commentate, little body shots, little head shots, little small peppering shots to make him let go of your arms, all of a sudden you can sit all the way up and give him that big heavy shot. And that's what Jimmy's going to start trying to do right here. He's holding with his right arm, trying to keep him in and using his left hand for these little small shots, and every now and again, when it's free, he gets a full, big, heavy shot.
And also, as you said when we were talking earlier, those little shots as well, make sure the referee lets you stay there. You're still working, you're still on it.
And you never want to be in a superior position like this, especially with a guy that's a dangerous striker like Florent, and take him down and have a ref to stand you up with inactivity. He's doing a great job of stepping on it. And of course, you know the ref. Yeah, Mark Goddard is the ref. He's the guy who lets it go a little bit longer on the bottom. You realize guys get tied up and guys slow stuff down. But you've got to show you what you want to work, to stay there. Jimmy's showing that no matter what happens, if he gets tied up and held down for 10, 15 seconds, Mark's not going to stand him up. He'll keep him there and let him work a little more.
And for me, this has been a good response to him here in the second round. I think his corner probably told him, don't make the same mistakes again, get out there and work, and he's done it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a great job of that. You know, the thing about that a lot of these guys don't understand, your corner is very important because they see things that you can't see. They understand the pace, the rhythm, the pattern, what the ref is looking at, that kind of thing. So you go in between rounds, they can give you a lot of information in 50 seconds. Jimmy's corner is one of the best out there. These guys tell him exactly, they know him very well, they've been lifelong friends, they know his moods, they know his swings, they know what he's feeling. They get into his head very, very quickly, and they can get him moved on and get him into a space where he can react and do what he needs to do to win the rounds.
Now defensively, Florent's been very good, but it still means that the offensive is with Jimmy.
Offensive is always more important than defense, even though he's being very defensively sound, he's not taking much blood. Ooh. Looking for a head choke right here. A couple of swift elbows on the inside. He's Darce choke. He's got an anaconda in here. Nice sweep attempt by Florent, but there's no way he's going to get it. Jimmy wasn't moving at all.
And a couple of short chopping elbows, as you said, keeping his man thinking, keeping him busy. The little hammer fists as well. And we're inside the last 2 minutes now, and it's been all Wallhead here in the second round.
Good position change. Jimmy's doing a good job. Every time that knee slides in a little bit, he pushes back down, turns his hip, and then sits on it. Great work of staying in this half guard. It'd be much better if I could see, I personally would like to see him get all the way side, but a lot of guys are comfortable in half. They just want to sit here and rain down blows, and they have a couple different submissions they can jump to, and they can slide their foot out. And Jimmy's one of those guys. He was very, very well on top from half guard, and that's where he's sitting. Florent, though, was very, very good from half guard underneath. Jimmy's doing a great job of keeping him stale and keeping him underneath where he can't sweep and can't maneuver. But if he lets him loose at all, Florent's going to be able to sweep the position and get on top. And that's going to be danger time for Jim Wallhead.
Well, we're inside the last minute now, and as we said, there was over 4 minutes when he got in this position. So when you're looking at the judges at the moment, I think for them this will be an easy round to score.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, there's not more damage to make it a 10-8 round to make give it a little security, but it's definitely going to be a 10-9 round for Jim Wallhead as long as he stays here. And really, unless there's a big flurry the last 30 seconds and something major happens, like Leonard Hagler, there's nothing going to happen. Nothing's going to go on.
Florent, did you see the way Frankie was looking at the referee saying, look, nothing's going on, I'm not hurt. He was almost saying, why are we still down here?
Yeah, he was. He tried to play the gamemanship. Just like when you fall in football, it's the same thing. You want to try and sell the position, and he's trying to sell it, but Mark Goddard is too professional for that. He's not biting into it.
So we're going to come inside the last 10 seconds, and we said it's only our position, it's not the official judges, if Jim Wallhead had lost that first round, he has really turned it around here in the second.
Let's hope that Jimmy has saved enough energy now, because he spent a lot of energy grounding, driving, grinding on top of Florent. Let's hope he saved enough energy now to be able to go inside and win this third round, because we have it split. Great job of ducking underneath, bobbing, weaving, and getting that shot when he knew all he's going to do is head home. Let's take him down and pass this guard.
And from this point, he kept him there. You said the control was good. He didn't allow Florent the opportunity to move. So let's look at the reverse. You're thinking about Jim's cardio. What about Florent, who spent the whole time on his back trying to keep Jim off of him?
It's a very difficult time when you have a guy raining down blows, but also depends on you. How comfortable are you underneath? What do you feel like? If you feel the pressure, are you only trying to get back up to your feet and it's not working for you? That's kind of what you have to look at. Florent wasn't one of those guys battling to get back to his feet. He's kind of laying there. It could have been a rest period for him if he wasn't too worried about the strikes that are coming at his head.
So our referee, Mark Goddard, calls them together for the third and final round. On our unofficial scorecards, we've got it even, so everything here to fight for in the third. And Florent looks dangerous upright. Oh, good right hand though from Jim.
Jeez, Jimmy's coming over the top, and I love when he does this. He uses his great takedown. He knocked him out. He knocked him out. Oh my God, what a great takedown. He threw it right on his head and knocked him unconscious. Florent didn't know better to duck his head and keep his chin tight to his chest. He knocked him unconscious when he threw him down. Great job, Jimmy Wallhead.
I have just said how dangerous Florent was upright. He exploded there, Frank, straight out. The slam was incredible. And it was all over from there.
Oh, what an amazing job. Comes with a high head inside, high single, lifts him up, bounces him off the cage, gets a big acceleration lift up, dumps him across, leads him sideways, and drops him on the back of the head first, and knocks him unconscious. That is a way to finish a guy, to get a complete, they're probably going to call it a TKO, technical knockout. They're going to punch him in the head, but that's a KO, 100%.
Incredible stuff there. I was thinking this was going to be a very close, hard third round, and which man would get his ascendancy. So, we'll be back with the reaction after this break. What a finish. Let's go to our MC, Mike Markham, for the official decision.
The ball ends at 21 seconds of the third round. Your winner by knockout, Judo Jimmy Wallhead.
That was okay.
It was okay. That was all right.
Yeah, that was all right.
That was all right.
Yeah, not bad at all. That, yeah, when you lifted him up, bounced him off the cage, and took him on that high single, did you know that it was going to be over at that point, or was it just one of those freak things? I mean, is it something you do in practice?
No, one of them freak things. I aimed to slam him hard, but, you know, I was happy that he went unconscious.
I was talking about the commentary position. I said, Jimmy was trying to do that on purpose. Like, you were trying to hurt him. Because you see the way that you dip him, there's no way for him to go but head over heels.
Yeah, man, that's nasty. Yeah, it was okay performance. I felt a little bit tense still. Still got things to work on, but I'm constantly working hard, as you know, and trying to improve, so just keep plugging on.
You know, that's one of the things that you and I talked about after your last fight. You know, I thought you won the split decision. Obviously, the judges didn't agree with me. You didn't agree with the judges either. But you're so hard on yourself immediately after. You just had a great victory, and the first thing is like, yeah, I got a couple things I got to work on still. What do you see in this fight, or what do you feel like in this fight that you got to improve on? It was a complete domination in the third round. You had a bit of a battle with a very tough kid first round and second round. What do you think that you have to improve on that badly that it's the first thing that pops out of your mouth and you're not even over the canvas yet?
Yeah, well, you know what? Florent's a lot better than people think as well, man. Florent's a real good striker and a very good ground guy. You know what I mean? And they just announced him as a grappler. This guy's a very well-rounded fighter and beat UFC veterans and stuff. So, you know, he gave me a lot of hard work then. But I just want to improve on my striking. I don't strike how I do in the gym, you know? I just can't get as sharp as I am in the gym in the cage yet. But I'm going to keep working hard, and I will be at my best soon.
The last time we spoke, you said you obviously want to fight from your home crowd. You always want to be fighting in England for a while, and you needed to get another win, a very decisive win. Can this be that decisive win now?
It's just nice to win after the last fight, you know. I've worked really hard in this camp, and I feel the loss has been a kind of a blessing in disguise. My preparation mentally for this fight, I was so relaxed until an hour before. For the Eddie fight, I was losing sleep for 2 weeks. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself, and I feel totally different in my build-up. So I've learned something from the loss. And like I said, I've just got to keep building and moving forward, haven't I? So one step at a time.
Jimmy, I got to tell you, it was great to watch you fight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your man, Judo Jimmy Wallhead.
There you go. Judo Jim showing there's more than one way to knock someone out. A fantastic win for him. Great to see him back to winning ways.